it's The World I Know, Collective Soul. And that's a good place to start, because The World I Know has involved Beth Howe for many, 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 many years. And this is your farewell interview, Beth.
It is.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me one last time.
Yeah, well, it doesn't mean we can't talk again. I mean, if you wanted to call in and do a shout out for Rare Disease Day, call me. Hey, it won't be Rare Disease Day won't be the same without you, Beth.
Thank you for that.
At least we could laugh a little bit about it. But yes, May is Vasculitis Awareness Month, and as I've mentioned over the years, my mom that started her illness, and she ended up passing away after fighting for years with it, and other things got included in that vasculitis, and then coming up May 20th is Behcet's Disease Awareness Day. And Beth, you are the proud owner of both.
I am.
Yeah, vasculitis and Behcet's. And Beth, there is another rare disease I wanted to mention. Jan suffers from it. It's talkolitis, because he just, goes on and on. Do you have any issues, health issues, Jan? Because you're a pretty healthy guy.
I am a pretty healthy guy. However, I do have what's known as Joubert syndrome, which is why I get very yellowy looking, especially during the winter months. It's a high level of bilirubin in my blood.
Okay. See, he's done his research, Beth. That's good.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, but it's nice to know. And a lot of people have no idea what's going on with their bodies. And you suffer from both vasculitis and Behcet's disease. So what is vasculitis in simple terms, and what causes it?
So vasculitis is an inflammation of the blood vessels in the body. So if you think about it, your body is there to protect itself, right?
Right.
But what happens with vasculitis, and wherever blood flows, vasculitis can go, and instead of the body protecting itself, it attacks. And there's close to 20 different types of vasculitis. So depending on the type that you have, it all just depends on, what organs are affected. So our bodies are in a fight or flight mode, and our bodies are fighting, they're fighting itself. So it's a tough road that we walk.
I know you've worked with the Vasculitis Foundation for patients with suffering from vasculitis.
Yeah, so I have partnered with the Vasculitis Foundation for many, many years, and their role, basically, they're the leading organization in the world, and they're dedicated to diagnosing, treating, and trying to find cures for all types of vasculitis. So if you think of empower, enrich, and they empathize with patients. They do research, clinical trials, awareness initiatives. And it's one of those things where they've been central to my journey of helping the Behcet's community in all the years that I've been doing with this, which is about a decade. I can't thank them enough for the role that they have for patients, because, awareness equals quicker diagnosis, and better treatment for the patients out there, because we sure need it.
So what kind of treatment do you have, Beth? I've never asked you that. What do you do?
Yeah. So with the type of vasculitis that I have, I take immune suppressants, and it basically, because my immune system is overactive, it helps tamper that down. And I also do something, it's a type of infusion that I get once a month through an IV. In fact, I'm going to go tomorrow, and that also helps regulate my immune system. So each patient is different.
Right.
Everybody has their own cocktail of what they do, and it's one of those not one size fits all. And I'm definitely, I'm really grateful for the research out there, because we have better treatments now than we did even a decade ago.
Well, that's great. So what if someone feels, they're hearing you and saying, well, that could be me. Where would they go to seek help?
Yeah. They always say, if you feel something is wrong, it is. That's the classic of my mom. You first go to your primary, and you go in and you document, you keep a list of what's going on, whether it's symptoms, photos, and you say, hey, look, I need help. I know something's up. And usually they'll give you a referral to like a rheumatologist or a dermatologist, because people can have issues with skin. They can have, all different types of things. So it's usually a rheumatologist is where you would get sent to. And I tell people you're your own best advocate. Document everything going on with you. And that's your best way to get, a quicker diagnosis to what's happening.
Yeah, you got to advocate for yourself. Now, who has been your support system with your advocacy role in your journey?
So I have to say, I'm on my way out the door, with this. Not only has the Vasculitis Foundation, Ed, Joyce, Beth, they've been central to helping me, but I run the largest Behcet forum in the world. Mm-hmm. And my advocates that have been with me, I have to give a shout out, are Christy, Brian, and Tina. But the number one person, and I know she's listening, her name is June. She has been basically, my left hand in all of this. And without her, I couldn't have done any of the work that I do. So it's been, she has been wonderful. And it's helped me be able to do all the work that I do. And she's done a ton of projects for the vasculitis community, and her work has been stellar. So grateful. And the last person I would say that I would thank would be my husband.
Of course.
He's let me do all of this work all these years, has never said a word. I'm helping people morning, noon, and night, and he's always like, you know what? You're giving back and you're helping people like yourself. So they say it takes a village, and I've had a wonderful village help me. And Scott, you're part of that. So thank you again for letting us.
You're more than welcome. So
have a voice.
Let's say somebody wants more information. Where would they go?
They could go to vasculitisfoundation.org, and they can get more information about vasculitis. They have excellent resources. They're the type of organization, they're there for their patients, and they'll email you if you need to call them, whatnot. They have excellent resources. So, vasculitisfoundation.org is the place to go, and I couldn't be any more grateful. And when you asked me how I was feeling about my journey in the end, I have gratitude in my attitude. I'm very grateful to have played the role I have all these years.
Right. You were put in this place for a reason, Beth.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
I appreciate what you do for others, because I experienced it with my mom in my life, and it was sad to see that. But we've had a great working relationship, but I still want you to call in.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Scott.
That is Beth Howe. May is Vasculitis Awareness Month. Your farewell interview, I will send it to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beth. We'll talk to you later.